I held a child's hand in a way that was intentionally painful because I was frustrated. Many years ago I was working a job as an assistant at a private school. There was a little boy there with major behavior problems, kicking, cussing, being destructive, etc. I was at my wit's end trying to keep the other kids safe and the classroom peaceful. When he got out of control I used to hold his hand, but he'd yank and fight it like crazy. Eventually, I used a trick my dad had taught me and held his hand by the fleshy part just above the wrist bone. Because it was painful for him when I held him tighter, he stopped pulling. Additionally, I held him by the ear to accomplish the same thing and put my hand on his cheeks to get him to look at me when I was talking. There were 2 other children I was rough with, too. I also put my hand on their faces to make them look at me when I was talking. I hate myself for what I did. It was so wrong. He needed help. They all needed a grown-up that was in control. I grew up in a family where being rough was the norm. I thought it was normal at the time, the way I treated him. After all, I would see kids pulled by the ear all the time in cartoons. God, I'm stupid. I still work with kids, and I'm often praised for how patient I am. I feel like I'm the only one who knows I'm a monster. Part of me feels like I should quit and find another profession, that I don't belong anywhere near children. This is my deepest, darkest secret and I'm incredibly ashamed. I try to tell myself that it wasn't abusive because I didn't leave marks, but I know that's bullshit. Edit for some context. No, I'm not rough with kids anymore. The little boy went to an administrator to share what I was doing. I got a talking to from the principal, and I never did it again. If I have one strength, it's never needing to be told the same thing twice. It seems like I intensified fear in people about leaving their children in childcare. I can say with certainty that I am an aberration. If I was saved by one thing, it's the many talented and compassionate people I've been fortunate enough to work with. I'm sorry to create distrust, that wasn't my intention. You have tools, and open communication is the sharpest. One of the best things about my story is that it was a very brief time between when I started behaving roughly and when I was caught. It seems there's a solid minority of you who don't believe people can change. Right now I don't know whether I agree or disagree. Part of me feels tainted. That's the part that wants to quit and never look back. The other parts of me, though, they have a lot to give.